Hi, this is Paul Secor, and I'm the Executive Director for the American Society for Gravitational and Space Research. And we're excited today because we have a special interview with one of our gold sponsors, which is the ISS National Lab. And representing the organization is Dr. Rose Hernandez. Dr. Rose Hernandez, thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much, Paul. My daughter would say doctor.
Well, that's good.
Back
Hey,
to you.
you earned it, so we got to make sure we get it in. So I know that the ISS National Lab has a long-standing history in microgravity research, kind of really where it all started with in some ways. And so if you can, I know there's a lot of people who are very familiar with what you do, but there's a lot of people out there who might be hearing about, quote, the lab for the first time. So can you tell us more about that and what your organization does?
Thank you. Sure. First, I want to say, so we are the Center for the Advancement of Science in Space, which is many times referred to as CASES. That's what you hear in our aerospace community. And CASES manages the International Space Station National Laboratory through a cooperative agreement with NASA since 2011. And the distinction here is that we are not NASA. As a national lab, our mission is to engage with the nation's research and technology communities to leverage this unique microgravity laboratory and make it available for research and development to benefit life on Earth. So that is something that I want to make sure is very clear. We engage with the academic community, private sector, other U.S. government organizations and nonprofits, again, to make sure that we are focusing on research and technology. And we also work in unison with NASA to select projects that will have great scientific impact, especially in areas of great national interest.
Okay, so you cover a lot of ground there. I think people are very familiar with cases because I know it's been around since 2011, and you guys have done so many great things, and really the cases brand has kind of spoken for itself. But for people out there that have that longstanding history, what's something they might not know that's happening with the International Space Station Lab right now?
I mean, we try to communicate everything we do, but perhaps I don't know that most people are aware that the National Lab is responsible for up to 50% of the US research and astronaut crew dedicated to supporting science in the space station. And since 2011, the lab has seen more than 500 projects launched to the space station. You might be surprised to also know that more than half of the research that we sponsor is from the private sector. And that clearly indicates to me that the commercial sector here on Earth, who's always pushing the boundaries for innovation, knows that the microgravity environment is going to bring that next jump in technology innovation to improve products and therapeutics for us here on Earth, which is why we are also supporting research to create and grow a sustainable commerce in low Earth orbits and also future space stations.
That's a great point because I think a lot of people think that when it comes to space research, it's all government funded. And here you have the private sector stepping up. And if you go through some of the companies on your website that have participated, I think there was Adidas that did, a shoe foam. There was Tide that did something with their detergent in microgravity. And so really, it really applies in a lot of different industries that people might not be aware of. So that is really great to know. Moving on, I know that ISS National Lab has been a big supporter of ASGSR. Why is it important for you guys to connect and be involved and be at conferences like the ones that ASGSR are hosting?
Well, the ASGSR represents our space research community. And for us, this community is critical in our mission to support, the researchers and the researchers with the passion and the vision and the determination to send their science in space. That's what this is a conference that is critical to us.
Well, we like to hear that because
Mm-hmm.
all of our sponsors are critical to us. So we're glad it's a mutually beneficial relationship. You mentioned early on that you serve all different types of audiences. University, academia. You serve basically the private sector, the government sector. So when you go to the conference, all these groups are represented. Who are you hoping to connect with, and what are some common points that people might be looking for to make a connection when they're at your booth or listening to your presentation or just meeting you in
Mm-hmm.
person?
Well, we want to connect with everyone. And there are many of us at the conference for that. So please connect with anyone that you see wearing our logo or our booth. if you think that microgravity environment would bring about a great advancements in your research, we want to answer all of your questions on how to conduct your research and your technology development at the ISS. But we also want to hear from those that are currently part of our space station research community. We want to learn from your experiences. We want to know what can we do as managers of the ISS National Lab to improve your user experience, what areas of research or technology could be advanced on station based on your knowledge and experience. So, what would you need in the future space station? That's a very important question. Please, we want to know from you.
All right, so it sounds like it's very client focused, that you're looking for feedback and input. This is not, hey, what we have to sell you, but hey, what can we build for you that's going to make your job easier?
Absolutely. The researchers, the research community are they hold the knowledge, and so we are here to help advance that knowledge in space.
All right. Well, we covered a lot of ground just in a few minutes, but is there anything we left out or anything you'd like people to know about the ISS National Lab before we go?
Well, we want to make sure attendees are aware that opportunities at the ISS National Lab are happening all year round. We presently have two open research announcements, one focused on technology advancement on station, and the other one is in space production applications with an emphasis on biomanufacturing. We will have soon other research announcements on STEM, as well as advanced materials and manufacturing. So I encourage everyone to visit our website, issnationallab.org, to look at current and future opportunities.
All right,
apply.
That sounds great. Well, we hope everyone gets a chance to stop by the booth, gets a chance to meet you, and talk with the other ISS National Lab representatives. And again, we're so glad to have you as a sponsor. We really appreciate that, and can't wait to see you in Houston.
Me too. I am really excited to attend. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to meeting you.
All right. Sounds good. We'll see you shortly. Thank you much.
Bye-bye.